Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again, and I'm back with another 40k video from Major Kill. And the topic for today's video is 5 awesome characters who had incredibly lame deaths. I would probably say the only one I can think of would be Conrad Kurz. That's really the only one I can think of, because Conrad Kurz was a pretty awesome character, but yeah, didn't he just let an assassin just kill him? You know, I mean, that does sound kind of lame, you know. Wasn't he just sitting there and the assassin just approached him and he was just like, okay, go ahead, you know? So that does sound pretty lame. As for the other characters, no idea who they could be or how they died, so let's check out the video and find out, shall we? Here we go.
G'day guys and gal. There is no shortage of testosterone-fueled heroes in Warhammer 40k, so it's no surprise that there is no shortage of epic deaths as well.
Right.
Space Marines tearing apart wave after wave of enemy before finally getting taken down. Primarchs killing each other in legendary duels. Titans getting their awesome engine kills on each other. However, for some legendary heroes and badasses, a glorious death wasn't on the cards, with some incredible characters having very lame, uneventful deaths that make you say, oh, is that it? Okay. Before we get started,
that kind of
it's
sucks.
nearly Christmas, guys and gal, and I bet you haven't gotten any presents yet. I know this because I also haven't. So I've partnered up with Manscaped today to save your ass and show you a great gift idea for some wildly good value. Manscaped are at the forefront of men's grooming, whether it be their
I do wonder who these other characters are.
Or the handyman for shaving versatility. They have your back. But the real highlight today is the new Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, which features the new and improved Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, with the 5.0 featuring a new skin-safe attachment, 60 minutes of rechargeable battery life, way cooler LED lights, and as always, it's waterproof. I literally leave mine in the shower, no issue. The package also includes the Weed Whacker 2.0, which is a safe, easy way to keep the nose and ear hairs trimmed, as well as an aftershave lotion to make shaving rashes and bumps a fever dream of the past. To top it off, it also features the signature crop preserver, not to mention the bonus boxes and toiletries bag combo. You're already saving 45% by getting these items in a package as opposed to individual, but if you then also use my link and code MAJORKILL below, you'll get another 20% off and free international shipping. Cheers to Manscaped for sponsoring this video.
Is that a giant Emperor statue behind him?
Characters that had very lame deaths, detailing why they were so awesome and how they died. Now let's get into it.
Okay, so here we go.
I've got a bit of a soft spot for the Space Marines of the Shattered Legions, those that were the survivors of the Isfahan Dropside Massacre during the Horus Heresy. They had gone through so much shit and were such awesome characters that you couldn't help but root for them. When one of them would die, you really felt it, as there wasn't many of them left, and they were all such good characters. However, one of these heroes had a very disappointing death. Brother Bombastus was an Iron Hands Dreadnought, the boxy kind, and he was awesome. Dude was a very angry boy as well. Like, he was given the name Karashi, which was the name of the volcano that Ferris crashed into when he arrived on Medusa. He had saved the lives of his shattered brothers on multiple occasions, the funniest of which was when Fabius Bile had come on board their ship and was trying to steal their tech and do other classic Fabius Bile shit. But then Brother Bombastus burst through a wall and turbo fucks Fabius's warriors, causing the nerd to run away with his tail between his legs. Overall, just the kind of angry walking death machine that makes you smile whenever he was on screen.
Okay, so that does sound pretty awesome.
Kind of sucked. Basically, the climax of Brother Bombastus's and his brother's mission to try assassinate or at least stop Fulgrim and Perturabo, he engaged in a duel with an Iron Warrior Dreadnought. However, this Iron Warrior Dreadnought was in a Contemptor-class chassis, a much larger, more agile and overall superior form. However, Bombastus didn't give a fuck, and he used his superior skill at being an angry Dreadnought to get the upper hand. It was a real underdog fight, with the Iron Warrior's Dreadnought being an annoying shit, while Bombastus was a Chad, so it was clear who to root for. Then some other fucking Iron Warrior just goes behind Bombastus and hits him in the back with a melter gun blast, severely damaging him, which then allows the Iron Warrior's Dreadnought to smash through his sarcophagus and instantly kill him. Man, that sucked. But while it would have been cool to see him get a classic hero's death,
that is pretty lame. A cheap shot from behind
is part of what makes Warhammer so good. It just goes to show that you can be the most awesome badass underdog, but if someone cum blasts you with a melter gun in the ass, you're good as dead. However, in saying that, this next death on the other hand is almost universally disliked due to how much disrespect it did to a very awesome character.
Oh, really?
Was the master of the Sisters of Silence. What Constantine Valdor was the Custodes, she was the Silent Sisterhood.
Really?
Like, she was literally one of the closest to the Emperor and was also the most powerful pariah to ever live. I mean, her name was the fucking Soulless Queen. You can't get much more badass than that.
No,
the list of battle honors was insane, winning many victories over the course of the Horus Heresy, including some against the Elder, and was present when the first Psi Titans were deployed. When Magnus needed to get spanked, she led the Sisters of Silence against Prospero and the Thousand Sons, killing dozens of Thousand Son Astartes in single combat, including a number of their greatest sorcerers. Then, not to catch a break, she returned to Terra to fight in the War for the Webway, slaughtering countless demons in the process. Her null aura was so strong that lesser demons would start unraveling around her, whilst greater demons couldn't even see her. I mean, most humans couldn't even see her as their brain was unable to focus on her. So she was basically this invisible super warrior.
That's pretty cool.
During the Siege of Terra, she was able to kill dozens of World Eaters in single combat. However, here's where shit goes south. Captain Khan had been slaughtering his way through Terra and eventually attacked Kroll and some other Imperial defenders. However, because Khan couldn't see Kroll, he didn't even try to kill her. Yet on the downswing from killing someone else, he noticed his kill counter tick up for some reason. Yes, that's right. Khan accidentally killed Janetta Kroll as part of the collateral from killing someone else. The Soulless Queen, Master of the Sisters of Silence, Mistress of Oblivion, was killed by accident. It would have been funny if it wasn't so lame. I'm not for some heroes getting lame deaths to mix it up, but a duel between an invisible Master Swordswoman and Khan.
That is ridiculous. Cool. That is lame as hell.
Joke, and it really shafted the sisters.
Oh, I just swung my axe
and... never be completed without mentioning my boy Argol Tal. Argol is one of the few
really sucks.
Traitors. While pretty much all other word bearers were these insufferable mustache-twirling villains that you couldn't wait to see die, except other than Bathuza Narek, he was dope, Argol was this complicated dude with an interesting moral code, and he had also merged with a demon. He knew he was evil and wasn't really a fan of Horus Heresy as a whole, but he saw it as his duty to bring the truth of the universe to all of mankind.
He merged with a demon?
Real, so were demons, and mankind should accept them or burn in the fires of their own ignorance. He was also
that's kind of cool.
On the battlefield, ripping apart other space marines with ease while wielding modified custodian weapons. Not to mention, he was bros with Khan.
Modified custodian weapons?
Alongside Khan, Argol was easily one of the greatest warriors of the Traitor Legions, and his death was even foretold, that he would fight and be killed by Sanguinius during the Siege of Terra. Not a bad way to go out. So when he literally died by getting stabbed in the back by Erebus, it was an absolute bruh moment. Not only did Argol die and get
fucking Erebus
in the setting, no resurrections or anything, but his death also turned Khan from an angry but interesting and compelling character into a one-dimensional rage-fueled spaz.
Damn, because if that's what he looks like, that's pretty badass.
Argol would have saved Khan's soul and stopped him from becoming Khorne's chosen champion, but it's still bullshit.
And how the hell do you get a Custodes weapon?
Gave us the legendary get-up scene, where Khan absolutely humiliated Erebus in a duel, but that was a drop of water on the lame-ass fire that was Argol's death. This next one is pretty interesting, with various opinions on if it was cool or lame as hell, this being the death of Conrad Kurz. Conrad was an absolute nightmare. Out of all the traitor Primarchs, he was by far the least fun to fight against. He almost killed Guilliman and the Lion by luring them into a trap, killed the shit out of Vulcan many times, almost killed Rogel Dawn during a manic episode, stopped Corvus from killing Lorga and then freaked him out in the process. Even Sanguinius was hesitant to fight his psychotic brother. Conrad was also one of the only traitors that genuinely stuck to their own moral code, no matter how twisted it was, and actively rejected chaos, making the Night Lord Legion extremely cool in the process. So it was a bit rough that he was also the only Primarch to more or less commit suicide. Conrad was obsessed with his visions coming true. He actively worked to ensure they would all come true, even if it meant being evil or fucking himself over. So when he saw a vision of the Emperor sending an assassin to kill him, he embraced that death with open arms, as he believed it vindicated his choice to become a traitor, since he had previously foreseen his death at the Emperor's hands, so technically the Emperor was a traitor, not him. Now, as I'm sure you can tell, that logic is extremely flawed and shitty, which sums up Conrad pretty well. The deeper layer to that, though, was that Conrad was terrified of the potential truth that his visions could be wrong, as that would mean that he had a choice in his life to be a good force of justice, not this sadistic maniac. He was able to justify being so evil because he believed that is what fate ordained. So if he had stopped the assassin from killing him, he would have proven that his visions could be changed, thus he would have to accept that he was a pathetic piece of shit. His last true words were, "What is death?" compared to vindication. His entire life and choices were vindicated by the assassin taking off his head. Now you could argue that this was a tragic but interesting death, However, when Primarchs die, they are supposed to go out in style. Dawn killing Alfarius Mortal Kombat style, Horus beating Sanguinius into a pulp, Vulcan killing Magnus by hitting him in the head so hard he exploded, and so on. They aren't supposed to go out by sticking out their neck and smiling while a Catan phase blade parts their head from their body.
Yeah.
But look, the jury is still out on this one. I'm down to accept that the deep meaning behind Conrad's death could make it not lame. And finally, because of course it's on this list, the many embarrassing deaths of the avatars of Cain. Admittedly, GW has gotten a bit better at treating the avatar of Cain with more respect since their new model got released, but holy shit dude, you'd think that a flaming molten avatar of the god of war wouldn't go down like a bitch all the time. The classic lame death of an avatar that people know and don't really love is when Fulgrim threw his Slaneshi sword in the air, which distracted the avatar because apparently he's a little puppy dog or something, and he proceeded to tackle the avatar and choke him to death, even though avatars don't need to breathe and their skin is made of fucking lava. Not to mention that time Marnius Calgar also killed an avatar because he punched him really hard.
Jesus.
In another pretty lame example,
oh my
an
God.
avatar once challenged the Swarmlord to a duel, and in return the Swarmlord just sent a bunch of carnifexes that proceeded to unceremoniously rip the avatar to shreds. When people make jokes about Cain being the galaxy's punching bag, this is what they mean. There is
I got that now.
That who actually gives a fuck how someone dies, since they won't be alive to bask in the humiliation or glory of their death, but I'm the one that has to read and then retell the lore about said deaths, so give me those badass hero deaths. Unless it's one of those annoying mustache-twirling villains, then make them die like a bitch.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel, then Patreon
okay, wow, that was interesting.
Battle Mace 40 million hentai, live-action nude cosplays, and a bunch of Warhammer 40k fan arts. Hit the subscribe button and hit the real subscribe button.
Okay, so there we go. There are the 5 awesome characters who had incredibly lame deaths. So, yeah, that one about Conrad Curse, that one is very interesting. So, he always went with whatever visions, what were told of him. So, okay, yeah, like, I kind of get that, because then it would be, like, my path was set in stone. This was supposed to happen the way it did. And if a vision didn't come true, then I'd be like, well, you know, did I really have to go traitor or something like that? Like, was my path not really set in stone? Could I have done things differently and stuff, you know? So, that one's pretty interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think about that one? Let me know. But yeah, the lamest one I think has to be this one right here. That is pretty goddamn lame. Getting killed by a accidental swing, you know, just swinging the axe wildly and whoops. Oh, what was that? Oh, I killed something. Huh. Like that is, I think, easily the lamest one of all. That is pretty terrible. Just a wrong place at the wrong time. A lucky swing. Come on, that's ugh. That one's terrible, because this character sounded really badass, like incredibly badass, and just to be taken out just by, oh, you were at the wrong place at the wrong time, you know. But Karn's axe was just swinging, and you were right there when he, on his backswing, like that one's terrible. That one is absolutely terrible. This one here is actually pretty interesting. I wouldn't mind learning more about this character here, because how the hell, I mean, to get a Custodes weapon, how the hell does something like that happen? I mean, that is seriously impressive to get a Custodes weapon. I wouldn't mind learning more about this character here and, you know, merging with a demon and stuff like that. That's pretty cool, pretty badass. And to learn how he got a Custodes weapon. That is very interesting. But yeah, I think the lamest death is her. Is easily her. And then Brother Bombastic is probably number 2. Cheap shot from behind. You know, that's kind of lame, you know. Yeah, so I think definitely he's number 2, she's number 1. I'm not really sure where to put the other ones and stuff like that. Conrad Kurz is kind of somewhere. Not too sure what to really think about that one because I didn't know the whole meaning behind it, and you know, his visions and stuff like that. So that one is still pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't know what to think about Conrad Kurz. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links in the description box below. And, of course, leave me all your thoughts and comments. What do you guys think about these 5 awesome characters who had incredibly lame deaths? What do you think about Conrad Kurz's death and stuff like that, and the visions? And then which one do you think had the lamest death of all? Let me know. Do you agree with me and think it's her, or do you think it's one of the other characters? Let me know. So anyways, other than that, yeah, just stick around. Feel free to suggest videos for me to check out and watch. I'm always looking for new 40k videos to watch and stuff like that. I do feel bad for doing so many Major Kill and Warhammer videos all the time, but like the only, you know, 2 major channels and stuff like that that have really good videos and stuff, but I just feel bad for doing so many of their videos. So I kind of want to find like someone else to kind of break it up a little bit. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know down below, because I'm always looking for new 40k videos to watch. But other than that, yeah, just stick around. More videos are on the way, and I will see you guys next time.